Oh, you gonna turn off that?
Hello.
Rolling.
Oh,
All
hey.
right, we're rolling. Hello.
Rolling.
Alright, I should turn that off.
From what I remember, the I think hardcore,
Alright.
hardcore is winning,
Oh my
or
god.
did win the donation incentive. So
Yeah,
we're excited
hardcore's
for
fun.
you.
Unless
Nice.
anyone sniped, let me check real quick. Nope.
Please,
Nope.
okay, I was about to say, please do for some last minute punch in the face. But all right, Rue, you're gonna be doing the fun one. You
Yeah,
did
give me a
practice on
minute.
stream.
Alright,
Oh, go
my
ahead.
controller turned off for a second. I got worried. Anyway,
If it turns
yeah.
off during the run,
So,
yo.
Go,
So-
Roofress.
Alright, so we're gonna be doing hardcore for Resident Evil 2 remake. And normally most people would pick Claire A, but I'm gonna make this even more difficult for myself by picking the B scenario.
Wow.
So this is gonna make things a lot more interesting because there's a lot more zombies that spawn in the overall game. So
B is also a lot more aggressive, but it's also not commonly ran. Even now, a few months later into the game's lifespan, it's usually you seek Leon A or Claire A, so it's a nice change of pace to see some B going on.
I needed it.
What?
anyway,
Yeah,
yes.
Mr. X is also at the start. Compared to the original, where I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, Mr. X was only in B scenario. And in this game, they're like, let's just put him in both, but sooner in B. But B is a little bit, it's supposed to be the harder scenario of both the characters.
Yeah, and it makes her a lot more compared to the track, and
He's also aggressive. He's super aggressive, and honestly, compared to the original, where you can honestly just kill him like super easily, it takes a lot to kill him, and he's only stays stunned for 5 seconds, like 5 or 10 seconds, and he doesn't give you anything, so it's not even worth killing him at points, to be completely honest, compared to the original, where he might drop you some delicious goodies for you to use later on. Yeah, it's hardcore.
Oh, nice.
So basically.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No. But yeah, hardcore basically where he can die in one hit, especially since Claire runs faster on caution, so it's gonna be fun. Now go ahead, Rue.
Yeah, so I actually got to save the.
I've never seen people do that, and I give you props.
Yeah, I got really lucky.
I will say grenades next to, of course, the knife. We'll get to the knife. The grenades in this game are stupid broken. They do a lot of damage. So they will wreck Mr. X. Actually, have you seen anyone try to knife Mr. X? Can you even knife Mr. X? Because I know he has armor throughout his entire body. Like, apparently that coat is lined with some bulletproof god-tier vest.
Knife him, but very effective.
Because I know shooting at him besides the head is basically pointless. Oh, Ellie did not grab you. Good. I'm so happy for you, man.
Yes, yeah. Oh, it had grab it. I would have to. Flicker coming out. Flicker is normally where you would.
Caution. Yeah, because I saw you earlier when you're doing that. It makes sense. It's a faster hit animation, and it's just one hit compared to like, in the A scenarios, you would go to a zombie somewhere in the corner when you're going by. It's like an armless zombie, it just bites you twice, from what I recall. And you still take one hit, even what was it? I think even if you get hit, I might be the same on hardcore. I honestly don't remember. I don't really run caution clear strats. Even when I did run this game, I usually ran Leon like everyone else in this world. God bless it.
Yeah, so running on caution on hardcore is more dangerous. Since everything on hardcore puts you into danger status, there's certain attacks that'll drop you to 0 health, bring you to danger. If I get run, and he becomes a zombie, it'll kill me instantly. Current health I'm at. I have to avoid getting grabbed on elevation.
Especially, this game is the worst with stairs. If you get grabbed on the stairs, you're just taking it. Even if you have the defense items, which are basically the like here, look, I got grabbed here. I don't have to. I don't have to take damage. If you so desire to use one, it's basically like a get out of jail free card, as we can put it that way. But if you're on the stairs, you can have like 20 of the items. It doesn't matter. They're still gonna grab and eat you because of how the game's like collision works. But then again, most games with stairs always struggle, so I'm not surprised. But God, it's annoying.
Yeah, if you get grabbed on any stair, pretty much instant defense.
It makes me think of that one, like really, I hate this one enemy in Tofu. I think you know which one I'm talking about. The one above, like on the stairs, and I know, and they know what they were doing when they did that.
Yeah, I think it hits them in the leg. I didn't know you could do it.
I hate that one, but yeah, I think I knifed him or I think of course depending on which one you have, you just completely own him. Like you're Flan, God bless Flan, with her broken setup of rocket launchers and stuff.
I almost died.
Was it that one female zombie outside that door?
No, it was the guy on the stairs.
Oh, right when we're talking about the stairs zombie.
Yeah, so you'll notice that I'm like always shooting for the leg, because on hardcore the headshot, yeah, they take a round. It's much more consistent.
Yeah, and standard you can aim for the head, and generally it's fine. Now, were you one of those people like me and my friend MK Champ, who thought, I'll say, Resident Evil usually isn't too hard of a game series. We're like, okay, we'll just jump straight into hardcore first playthrough. Did you do that?
Yeah, I did. I did it with no HUD, and
Oh, I did not do no HUD. I honestly forgot about no HUD thing, but still, I kind of looked at it. I was like, And especially once we get to the sewers, and that one particular enemy I despise. God bless them. I hated them so much. And me and my friend Champ again, we forgot to grab one of the little spark plugs or wherever they are, little plugs. So we had to go back through that section to grab them. When we first played. Oh, good, you didn't get grabbed. I hate that bookcase part, because I tend to... Not always, but there's sometimes that one zombie is a little too close, and I'm like, about to get grabbed. Or when Mr. X decides to be a little extra, aggressive, and he's like right there in your face.
yeah, if you're really quick though, you
Nah, but you... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
be bad. I've actually seen.
I've seen him do that. Whenever I did speedrun this, I always got some of the weirdest Mr. X patterns. But then again, my luck with games at points is fascinating, whether it's either God tier or it's one of the worst you'll ever see. Because I have broken Revelations 2, Revelations 1, and so many other games I've played, just playing them casually. It's great.
Oh no, Rat. Sorry, I'm not speaking. Focus, but I'll try to pitch in as I can. I might have the mic settings a little messed up where I don't have enough output.
I'll say, do I sound a little too high? Because I can adjust that myself. Eat the mic, boy. Alright.
Well,
Please don't
I can
eat it.
fix this.
I believe in you. Oh, that's another thing we weren't really talking about is the
I forgot to
stairs
change the
thing.
link. Chinese still.
Oh, you put it in Chinese?
It's still in Chinese. Oops.
Yeah, I saw a comment earlier in the chat talking about like what language is this, and I'm like, it might be Japanese. I don't know. Possibly, or did you already raise
Might have to lower the game too, like really loud. Can't hear anything.
Oh no! Oh, even my loud self is God.
Oh, you're fine. It's just I haven't. They take the mics that much on the forever stuff.
Also, you don't talk, so that makes sense. Oh, that grab.
Yeah, I took the
I
grab
was-
there on purpose because I didn't down him.
Rid of
But
knife.
I couldn't down him in a spot where he was
Yeah.
just gonna do something. Took the grab instead.
Yeah, I think this is the boss where everyone figured out the knife is the most broken thing in this game. So I remember you and several others are like, look at this knife, and I'm sitting there staring. Because I was a mod on speedrun for this game at the time, and just stared at it going like, alrighty then.
Yeah, this boss is actually pretty huge troll because he just ends up being a bullet sponge on your first playthrough, and you don't even realize it. I think shooting his eyes, the grenade launcher is significant, especially on hardcore because you have to touch on the dynamic it has. So on standard, you start at 4 or 5 if you're playing on the second run. As you start playing through the game, everything you do affects how the so the higher rank you get, the less damage you do, enemies do more damage to you. Basically, the game just becomes much more difficult as you play.
However, which I... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you can finish.
However, even on hardcore, compared to like the older Resident Evils like 4, 5, and 6, they don't lock you at hardcore. And on hardcore, you can still technically lower the die enough to lower the difficulty where you still take standard damage. Because I did that with G3 with Leon. I just see if I could do it. I died like 3 or 4 times, and he hit me, and I only went to caution on hardcore. You can do it. It takes a bit, but you can.
I didn't know
It's
that.
really weird. Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, so what I did there just now with the liquor. Normally, that liquor is always programmed to jump on you if you aim birds and move. It'll end up jumping.
I will say, because you and a few others do that strat as well, but when you do that, I assume it shifts Claire's hitbox to look downwards as well? So
I'm
it
not
doesn't
sure.
hit her? It
Really rare, like,
probably
the liquor manipulation. You can aim the camera in a certain way. They won't do it like
not camera, the liquors in this game are weird in general, but go ahead.
yeah, they're pretty especially like
Oh, I hate the liquors in this game, they're so bad. But, yeah, because I've had points, because compared to, you're also playing on 60 FPS, but I usually play on console, I'm on PS4 Pro. But I've had points, I don't know if you've had this, where I dodge the liquor and move a bit forward, and he finishes the animation, but then I get hit, like, at the last frame of his animation. Has that happened to you? I've had that happen
yeah,
a few
they
times
have
myself.
their hitbox.
Bad. Yeah.
Sometimes they'll like dodge this stuff. No
Hit
cooldown. No cooldown on that first swing. They just go up into it.
I do remember that, because also this game's kind of bad in terms of zombie grabs. There's points where, with G1 Birkin and some zombie grabs, where you'll clearly avoid the grab, but the game will magnetize you towards it, because their hitboxes with the grabs is a little bit bigger than you think it is. Don't pay attention to a visual effects. The game, it's probably maybe about an inch or more further than you think for their grabs. Good dodge, by the way.
Dodging
I've
zombies a lot harder on the old double.
Oh god, I hate the double line.
Double longs, they move quicker, so you have to really make sure you engage the trying to avoid them. Try to dodge.
Yeah. Say goodnight. Oh, good. I love that ladder scene with Leon because they were so lazy and just put the sound effects for RE6 Leon there, just horribly muffled it.
Is it? I didn't even know that. I did.
Yeah, if you watch that cutscene, it's Leon's RE6 yell. Like, that entire sound clip is just RE6 Leon, just horribly muffled. It's so good. Also, you do a really interesting Mr. X dodge.
Yeah, that dodge is
Yeah.
actually that if you are at a certain distance, you actually try to.
And it still looks like it should hit you, but I guess the hitbox shifts weirdly. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's moving forward.
Mm.
So by the
Yeah,
time
this
you're
game. Yeah. That's one thing about this game, which I know we mentioned with the magnet grabs and stuff. The hitboxes for a lot of the moves is really weird. Like it's similar to fighting games where the hitboxes are probably a bit more shifted than you would expect. Is Marvin
tried to do it.
He loves you. Oh, so that's another thing. Oh shit, Wolfman. Oh shit, Wolfman. But that's another thing I don't think we've really discussed. I don't notice. Don't die on me. Don't die. But
Alright.
it's the stair skating in this game. Unlike RE1 Remastered. I saw that.
I threw the flash early.
A little bit. But RE1 Remaster, you stair skate by rapidly tapping. You have to go, of course, not into the alternate controls, but you have to go with the old-fashioned controls and just mash the run button. This game, there's technically two different ways to do it. There's what Rue's doing is spam aiming it, and where you get like a odd little boost up the stairs. And then there's a I always thought the tapping run seemed faster, but who knows? Rip game audio? What's going on with the game audio? Rip all audio? No, Roo!
Uh-oh.
No, Roo!
Nah, it's there. You're good.
Alright, leg will be fine.
I've had that happen where I just went through the door and that enemy just punches me immediately, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, Mom.
You ever doing this section?
I always
And
pick. I forget it.
I see
It's so much.
all the way back down. I actually used to think that you had to get small gear first and put the small gear in. You could put the large one, so. Oh, that's not.
Run.
Oh, he grabbed me.
Just honestly take it. Just take it, man. That's what I've learned with the game. You just take it. I also have a problem whenever I do this, the clock tower section. I forget to grab that part. And I have to run all the way back.
I've done that
hate
before.
So much. So annoying, especially my opinion is the on section compared to Claire. Claire's a little bit of course it's a lot easier to go back to go get it, but Leon's of course is all the way in that parking lot, so it's a lot further distance if you forget to go and grab it. But you're to go on everyone's favorite section. I say this in the most sarcasm. I find Sherry's section a little bit dull.
I'm not
Like
gonna lie, I kind of want to turn off the game every time I get there.
Her lovely weird Metal Gear section. Is it me or is her body frame similar to Natalia's in Revelations 2? Because every time I see her walk or run, I look at it, it's like, are you Natalia? And actually one of my friends, I think Wesker Reborn, actually mentioned this, but apparently I think one of his friends was messing with something. And basically Sherry's always in caution. Like, her running animation's her caution animation. So she's not even on fine running. Which is weird.
Yeah, you can see it on the if you have third time.
Yeah, it's so weird.
A lot different. My opinion, a lot. Get through and great sync across We have a key. Here you have like
What you need to do is get to the end to that door and just turn around and watch him run down the stairs. It looks so broken. Oh, girl. Yeah, this is, like you said, auto-scrolling. Because you just have to wait.
play that mark
You can...
quicker. It's much just terribly because
Oh, it's stiff, in my opinion.
you have to running forward.
No, it's really awkward. Also with that block puzzle, isn't it in a certain order? Like there's always a set pattern for it.
Yeah,
I
you
think
get
you just have to grab like 2 or 3 blocks and it does it every time. Because a lot of people at the beginning thought it was always random where the blocks were placed.
if you always move the only
Which
difference.
is... Go ahead. Yeah. Huh.
For one, which is
I think when I first got here, I didn't know what I was doing, and I did it in like 2 moves, and so I just stared at it, going like, "What did I do? How did I do it?"
yeah. The Chinese in this game is like, but I'm not gonna lie. I think that's why I've always just kept it on.
I'm not a big fan of the English cast in this game. They're very stiff. A lot of them are new actors, except for Annette's actress, who is Kate Higgins. Everyone else is... Marvin's is decent. Leon's is the most bored sounding boy I've ever heard. Claire is bad until she screams at me. When she screams at me, she's good. And you'll hear her scream a lot, especially if you decide to get near a zombie and aim at him and see all the profanities each character will scream at. It's great.
Oh, on standard, you could actually hear the entire time. Play Sherry behind this thermal. But because we're playing on hardcore, it doesn't. I don't know why. This AI just ramps up and displays that he has.
He's suddenly not blind. He gets...
Yeah. Oh, if you're doing hardcore, you have to stay most of the time until the very end after he.
You do a slightly riskier strat than me, because I'm always afraid he's gonna
I'm
see
actually
me.
twerking. I'm scared to do that though. I don't know how we twerk.
Please don't. She's like 12. It doesn't help the fact that Chief Iron seems really questionable at points, especially with some of the files, so I'm like, oh.
Right.
That
Got
don't
the
look
key.
good. Yeah. Like I said, if you look behind him on that last sword before you activate the "Here Comes Johnny" cutscene, his running animation is interesting.
I'll try. It's kind of difficult. I've never ran with the.
You just get to the door and just look behind you real quick. That's what I do. But yeah, if you watch him go down the stairs, it's interesting.
Fine, I outran him.
Yeah, you have to kind of sit there at the door for a second. But it's something.
Am I able to read a donation real quick?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go
go
for
ahead.
it.
There's
We got Mr. Cab. He donated $55. Appreciate that
Nice.
very much, dude.
nice.
Thank you.
Did
He
he put
didn't.
any incentives?
Yeah, he didn't specify anything, and I didn't see him in the chat either. So
Cause what other incentives we got going on right now?
there's still a bunch. Let me pull it up real quick. So first off, if you donate at least $5, you could be, or you will be eligible to win a couple of perlers that are being made by Megavin, who's running towards the end of the marathon. And if you donate at least $20, you'll be eligible to win a like new EverDrive 64 from Josh RTA. So if you want a chance at that, throw in at least 20 bucks. As for the other incentives, all the SMRPG ones are met. For Super Mario Land 2, we got the NE% Encore category. You still got Just Defend's NHL 94 scoring tech reveal. Kiwi Killer's glitch exhibition for Donkey Kong 64. I mean, everyone knows how broken that game is, so...
It's so good, though.
Yeah, I know. So if you want to see that, definitely get donations in for that. And of course, we got our Bit Wars to save and kill the animals for Super Metroid.
The classic one.
Jack obviously wants everyone to save the animals, so if you guys can get that up some more and kill some competition.
I think in most like the GDQs or the speedrunning marathons, I think most of the time doesn't save the animals usually win. I remember quite a few where most of the time it's save the animals.
Yeah, it seems like it's been kind of even actually. I think more recently it's been saving, if I remember right. But like one of the other ones, or one of the two, like always seems to snipe each other at the last second. Someone just donates all this money. It's just like, oh well, we're doing the other one now.
I mean, it's the best way to win a bid war, to be fair.
I know, right?
Do it the last second.
And then yeah, the other ones with the Super Mario Brothers 3 race with Oglib and Losso tomorrow night. They're gonna either do the Warpless category or 100%. Right now, 100% is winning by $10, so if you'd rather see Warpless, better get in on that. And then for Vlax, Link's Awakening DX run, we got Saber Kill Marin. And then crew names for Twiggy's Need for Speed Carbon run. Good or bad ending for Mr. Popo's Sonic Mania Plus run. Final ones. These are for Sunday. Waffle. And then the final one. But his incentive is to play through F-Zero. But his incentive is to play through F-Zero 2, the Ace League. So if you guys are interested in any of those, definitely get on it.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
This part, that bus was really shaky. It knocked me in.
I saw that and I was like, I about commented on it too. It's like the dog about OG mode. I hate the dogs. I hate that dog is the worst, especially if you first time playing it. You go out that bus and he just snipes you immediately.
Yeah, getting stun locked. Alright, just as bad. Direction.
Yeah.
But instead of just him doing it, like everything hit you while you're.
Yep.
Just imagine the
the
getting set up.
The amount of destruction that will happen to you in death is fantastic. Also, everybody's favorite section, the sewers, and I say this with the utmost sarcasm I can pull out. I hate this section. And it's probably one of the worst sections of speedrun, probably because of the G-adults that are so random what we're going to be getting to later.
Of the night. I don't want to waste the grenade.
Well, you're playing at 60 FPS.
Yeah, there's also that. Knife does.
Less damage. Yeah.
It's a weapon.
Yeah, because I remember that whole debate with when I was mod for speedrunning on this game, where this was a huge discussion of the FPS and the knife. The knife was a lot of problems for this game. You know, a lot of people still aren't too happy that we made it to where it's only 120 FPS or locked at 120, but it makes it a little less pay to win.
Yeah.
Because, oh baby, if we had it on variable, if you didn't have a decent PC, you're just screwed.
Yeah, the Sega Castlevania pretty much know everything in one.
There was a picture on Twitter I remember seeing. It was Leon. It's like his Leon sitting on a desk. He's eating a steak. It says 60 FPS, just cutting the steak normally. 120, it's just a clean slice. It's like 12, like I think it was a 1200K or some crap, where it's just cuts the entire table. And I'm like, okay, that's not wrong. Oh, shut up, Dara. You know the pain. You were there with me. I hate you. I hate you so much. And then finally, but this is where, of course, when I ended up leaving the modding thing for RE2, that's when we started discussion of splitting 60 FPS to 120, because it used to be all in one board. Because we weren't sure if people were going to run 60 FPS for PC at the time when the game came out. A lot of people didn't like that, of course. It caused a lot of discussions within the boards, and God, it can go on for a billion years.
I'm glad.
Oh, thank God. Oh, it got bad. And then there's Out of Bounds, which I think, didn't they? No, I think Out of Bounds is still going, but I think now it's harder because the update patches. They made it really hard to do Out of Bounds glitches.
Yeah, they killed him. Comes with that.
Like, you can still technically do it, but it's just really, really hard. It was a whole nother thing. I actually had to test it, because one, in terms of the mods, besides I think Steven made at the time, I know it was me and Steven had a PS4, and I'm like, okay, we weren't sure if console could do the Out of Bounds, and I'm like, let me mess with the one in the library, where you had to, like, you do that weird thing where you slide on the stairs for a second, like the staircase.
Oh yeah, I forgot you could.
Not as active. Yeah, I think you need the disc version as well to down patch, because I know on PlayStation you can't do it with digital.
Whoops.
Don't doubt me, man. But oh, I thought you said you lost the. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Like,
the reason why I pick up the is just the gain if I don't.
I think isn't the new strat to not pick it up, or am I thinking? Because I know that was in discussion for a while, if not pick up the Magna part for Claire.
Yeah, I don't pick it.
Thank you for the $5 donation. I just saw that on the chat. Kind of trying to look through here and everything else as well.
My mic's still doing funky thing.
Yeah, I think I've had someone mention this in my kick, but I haven't heard it. He sent me a screenshot, like a little clip of it, but occasionally, sometimes your mic will cut out at the very end, or is it doing something?
Yeah, I might have, because I have like a noise gate, but I probably didn't like set it correctly. And I'm probably doing a really bad job of like projecting my voice into the mic, so like cutting out.
Sounds like a noise gate.
Right. So all that's taken care of. No more instant kill from a mutant.
Sounds good, man. Okay.
Right, so first part is more terrible things to come because at the end of it.
Oh no, I can't wait for an Ivy to touch you ever so softly. I want to hear his beautiful voice. Dara really wants to hear your voice, real. Appease him.
Honestly, I've had like a really loud outburst, not like screaming, but maybe like react. I know the one where I found that bookshelf strat on remake, push it in one push. Like I freaked out over that. And then I find out later Maxie had it and he's like, oh, you guys didn't know that existed? And we're like, thanks. Thanks for telling everyone.
Guys. I'm not even surprised by that, but I do remember doing that. I thought that was a common knowledge. I'm like, oh. But, what was it? I know in terms of reactions, I know several streamers have, like, really good reactions to certain things. I tend to occasionally overreact, especially if I get grabs. I have some angry outbursts, especially if it's, like, the really stupid magnet grabs of this game, and I'm like, ooh, we should forget something.
I almost forgot.
Oh
Wait.
yeah, you need that. This is probably, in my opinion, worst boss in this game. I don't want to include G5. G5 is not even a boss. I don't care what anyone tells me. G2 is completely garbage. I despise it.
G2 is probably one of the cheapest. He hits you in a corner, he'll pretty much just like auto attack you the entire time you're getting up. It's obnoxious.
I always find it interesting with the whole grenade strap here, because for some reason it still hits him, even though he's nowhere in the area, technically. Like, he is, but he isn't at the same time. It's really fascinating. Yeah, you do the spark shot strat so you can technically have a better time one-cycling him.
Yeah,
with the crane.
Mandatory on hardcore.
Leon's a little bit easier because the flamethrower is a broken little thing. God bless that thing. Spark shot, you gotta be a lot more careful because you have to wait for that charge to fully activate the maximum damage. Still, again, still a broken weapon. The spark shot, and what was the other? Like, there was another new weapon, wasn't there for this game? I'm trying to remember what it was. This might be, no, I don't think it's a gun. I'm trying to honestly remember, because I know spark shot's new to this game. And what was the other one besides the grenades?
I don't know.
It might be. I don't know. SMG, I'm not a big fan of. My friend, I know Wesker, my friend Wesker Morden, my other friend Izzy, love the SMG for G2 actually, because apparently if you hit him like a good amount of times, it destroys him, but it never does that for me. SMG has always been horrible whenever I used it, so I never pick it up ever since that first time I did it.
Or in the SMG.
Apparently destroys G2, so who knows? Hidden strats, I guess. Actually, no, it takes too much time to grab the mag and the SMG in this game. It takes a lot of time. Even for B scenario, B is a lot quicker. You can also technically grab the Magnum and SMG on your first RPD compared to A, where you have to come back to it whenever you do RPD 2. But even then, for speed runs, it's not really worth it.
Well, they did a good job.
It was, but then we got knife.
Then you get the knife.
I hate the knife. I am a bit salty about that knife in this game. I hope you know the amount of pain and anguish I suffered with that knife. But yeah, the knife. Honestly, if it wasn't for the knife, a lot of the strats that are used now would not be viable. No way. Especially with G1. Or the later shotgun pickup as well. Because 120 with G2, you don't even pick up the spark shot or flamethrower and you just knife him. Because the knife is just that broken.
I have the wrong. That's just to kind of keep having a knife replace everything. It kills it.
120 out of whenever I was modding was honestly the most boring runs to watch. It's kind of like compared to 60, where you have, like you said, a bit more stuff going on, and it's just 120. It's like you have like 50 knives. You're fine. You're good. Don't die.
The knife is.
Make sure you slightly phase through him. Like make sure you get the back, the front, all of it. Knife him. I think was it each frame is damage.
I don't know.
Which is weird because it doesn't do that with DMC5, and it's the same engine except for the bike. The bike does do that. The bike is a little bit broken at points, but it's not as bad as the knife in this game. Hey Vixie, how you doing, sweetie?
Hey Vix.
Oh god, your cut there. For me
Oh,
at least.
did it cut? Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's like hot.
I.
Vixie, you're drunk. Oh good. I wish I could get drunk right now, but I can't.
Alright, so we got the spark shot spray, which is necessary for. Because the charge up on this without it is very slow. Trying to use it against GP, it'll pretty much always hit you in.
I would say I think from what I remember with Leon, so I think you also pick up the little the flamethrower thing as well, like the extra upgrade for that for 60 FPS, I should say. What do you think about the lab and how it was done in this game? I thought it looked pretty neat.
Yeah, I like it. It's up more.
I hate the Ivies with the Bastion, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh yeah, I've used it. I'll see, cause
Instant kill grab. You don't have a defense at him. Well, just take that death. You're gonna take it. You're gonna like it. Okay, you did remember grab that little thing. I always forget to grab that little thingamajiggy, the little box, whatever the hell you call it. I actually really like that little wavelength puzzle. I don't know why it tickled my fancy.
that's a fun puzzle. Like anything. Lights out puzzle, very dudes.
I like colors.
Yeah, anything with like flashy lights, wavelength. I could play that all day.
Yeah,
Give
she still
me-
runs faster in caution, by the way, Dara. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't give me anything that has to do. I don't want. Big box.
I know what you're talking about. You love the RNG. Yeah, that was a whole nother thing where that was discovered. Only Claire runs faster in caution. I think Ada might. Not entirely
Yeah,
sure.
Ada's the same as.
It's probably the
But
frame, like how the frame is, like the frame model, since they're using the same frame model. Does what's her name? Catherine. Does she run? I don't think she runs faster in caution.
I
Or
think
does
she
she?
does. They're all the same.
Okay. I guess it's just all the female characters besides Sherry, I guess. I don't think it's a mechanic, I think it's an oversight, personally, and they just never bothered to fix it. It's probably something, again, to do with how the female's frame model is done, their structure. But then again, I don't see anyone put Ada in caution, but I don't think it'd be worth it to put her in caution.
Oh,
'Cause
no.
Her section's way too short, and how long it takes for a zombie to bite you, not really worth it.
Yeah, caution, like running on caution. Time to ramp up. Can't do
Yeah.
it in a short.
I.e. Claire's,
even-
like, the entire campaign, of course.
Being in caution.
How much time do you think has been saved just from caution, Claire? Because it's only a few, like, I think it's only a little bit faster.
Yeah, it's like a fraction of a second, depending on the route. Oh, if you're running in like top floor. Seconds. Bigger scale.
Yeah, good. I'm trying to think how, in total, how much it would have saved. Because I remember when that strat was discovered, and I just kind of looked, and I'm like, that's an interesting oversight. I thought they might try to fix it, but they didn't. Because there was that update for Ghost Survivors that was coming out at the time. That I was curious if they would try to fix it, but they didn't. Because a lot of us were sitting there hoping they might fix the knife secretly. Well, most of the mods, at least.
Yeah, this is
But,
definitely not a nerfing anything.
No, they're just kind of staring like, we're just gonna roll with it. Our speedrunning helped RE7. They'll help this game, and they are taking the speedrun route to the T lately. Especially since that the Twitch Rivals thing as well. That whole shenanigans that was going on with that. I wonder if they're gonna do anything else for the next games, like RE3 remake or RE8. We'll see. They do have a really big interest in the speedrun community as of late. Again,
Don't
ever
hit
since
me.
7.
Ow.
He'll hit you and you'll like it. It is a love tap.
Man, I think they didn't follow up on that.
I hate lickers. I despise lickers. This game. I don't think I met anyone that really likes the lickers or ivies in this game. Nobody. At least ivies are a bit better or easier to deal with once you know how to do it. Lickers are just really broken.
Do whatever they want. Pretty much the same as they. Although original, they're more manageable.
I always found them a little easier to do in the original. Then there's the probably the easiest ones in all honesty to deal with is the ones in RE5. They're kind of derpy in RE5. Oh, that's a weird placement. I've never seen the ivy there.
Oh. Maybe.
Big move.
Good thing.
I love how my friend messaged me saying everyone loves G adults. I'm like, that's not wrong. Everyone adores them. G adults are honestly really crap enemies in this game. They are probably my favorite.
Yeah, they took a crappy enemy and multiplied it.
By like 20? And a lot of people are like, I'd rather have spiders. And I'm like, you know what? I hate spiders, but they're more manageable than whatever this is.
I don't even know if I want. New iteration.
Making him overly tanky, which don't get me wrong, I don't mind a little bit of tank, but then there's this stuff. A little too tanky for my taste, because I like killing everything, usually.
Poisoned.
Oh my god, let me aim at this enemy. I'm dying, and I'm like, that's great and all. Can you aim for 2 seconds? I'll heal you in a minute. Leon and Claire go through the longest dialogue and animations possible. And I'm like, please, woman, good sir, just take it. Oh god, imagine that in RE1 remake. If you got poisoned by accident, you never live.
I don't think you can finish the game. How are you gonna outrun the boulder?
Oh my god! They just sit there and cough.
They cough and
Cough right when the boulder animation starts, and you're like, "Well, I'm screwed."
All right, so here's probably one of the hard.
My favorite boss fight, actually, G3 is my favorite.
That's pretty fun.
Also, the music for G3 is excellent. This game's soundtrack, if you're going by the actual remake soundtrack, not the original, G3 skate music for Tyrant and Super Tyrant's boss fight is amazing.
Oh, he tanked the shot. That's nice.
So I know you were practicing this fight in G2 quite a bit. This fight's also a little bit more random.
Oh, snap.
Oh, die on me.
Oh, he's doing the... I need to get quickly here. I gotta improvise, so... Hold on.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of shit. Damn.
To get this... Here. Wait for him. Really annoying attack.
Yeah, I know G3 is one of the, at least in terms of speedrunning, can be one of the harder bosses. Like, he'll just eat your attacks. It's really bad.
Right.
And 60 again is super hard in terms of what you can do with it. Spark shot is a little iffy.
Alright, we're good. Alright, I just need it before I do anything. Don't come. Just did that. And ooh.
And I think that was probably one of the boss you were most nervous about. Was that one?
Yeah.
Well, G3 is, like I said, super random. Also, I'm kind of happy you didn't get killed by that jump attack because I've been in hardcore.
Oh my god.
Because in hardcore, I've had a jump near me, and I just straight up died. Like the shockwave killed me or some crap, and I'm like, what?
No, hit. Alright, here we go. 6, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. Hit death.
So good.
Aw, one cycle. That sucks. Grab all this while he's doing it.
That 100-year animation. Nice. You almost got completely fucked. And in hardcore, everybody, unlike standard, it has auto saves. Hardcore, you gotta do the old-fashioned way. You gotta get angry and you gotta saved. Basically, you would have to restart.
Well, I have a save at this fight, but I would rather.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were making saves earlier. Yes.
I still have the practice.
Doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone for the back shot because he jumped back.
Yeah,
What's to do?
G3 is super random. There is a certain way to get his pattern manipulation going, but sometimes it's like, I don't feel like doing that today. We're gonna do what I want. And you're like, okay. Especially when you have the spark shot and stuff, you cannot waste precious ammo because you don't have a lot to go around. Oh lordy. Well, you technically got through the hardest one because G4 compared to Super Tyrant is a lot easier.
It should be okay.
A lot more.
As long as I get him to.
Or just spam grenades at him. It's okay. Grenades destroy this man. Yeah, Super Tyrant's definitely the harder final boss between the two, just because of the area alone that Leon has to work with compared to Claire, where you have so much more maneuverability. You just run in a circle for all you care for, you so desire.
For some reason, Capcom like 8 tyrants like abused. Like,
Oh god, yeah.
They just stand on one side, they win.
Yeah, but there's a certain spot if you don't stand correctly, it's like I'm still gonna hit you. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, it's really weird. I
Was-
don't understand it.
Like hunters, tyrant, they all have that problem. Like they're off armed, can't hit.
Mm.
Well, except remake, they don't do.
Oh god. You know what? Now that I think about it, now we're talking about hunters, I'm horrified how they're gonna do hunters in like this kind of style. I'm horrified. I hope you know that. Because RE3 does have hunters. And they have that other type of hunter if they keep going with that.
They have frogs. They have like.
Oh god, that frog thing in RE0. God bless that thing. Time to wait for Sherry. ORC hunters are the worst. They'll take anything. They'll take a rocket launcher to the face and not care. They're still coming after you. You will die. Oh my god, I hate the ORC hunters. Oh wow, your Sherry is decent. Because my Sherry gets stuck. Because I guess she hates my life. She hates me.
Yeah, I've never had trouble with her. Like, the only time I messed up is I forgot to open the door and I waited for her to get down the ladder. Just needed to go to the door. There.
Yeah, this one right here.
And knife these.
I wouldn't risk it, especially after that G3 about old your ass. We're close to the end, just play it safe, dude.
Yeah, this is the power of the knife here. Action.
Oh, just get a flicker. Those dudes have no idea what to do if you do it right. Do a little dance. RG Hunters.
Yeah. There's a spot in the hospital when you first encounter them, like, out of this door, and we kept playing for it. And we had one time where, like, instead of one hunter, like, 3 of them popped out at once. That was...
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Alright, so we're closing it. Pretty easy. As long as I don't get greedy on the very last one. No one should ever die to this boss. They give you the right amount of supplies you need if you have no ammo. Maybe not this fight, but definitely the
last one is a quote-unquote fight.
I'm like 100% sure not kill this boss.
I don't think so, no. Cause I think one time I messed around with it, wasted all of it, and didn't do it. It's best to save some grenades for him. G4, honestly, just get as many grenades as you can. Spam. What do you think of the G4 boss fight?
Honestly, I thought this was G3. So I thought they didn't include G4 until I unlocked the model. And it's like, oh, this is G4. I'm like, wait, what?
Also, it's interesting that both characters fight G3 in this port, or this remake, I should say. So I think only Leon did in the original, if my memory serves.
Oh, they both did in the scenario.
Ah, yes, I love OG RE2. It is like my favorite, one of my favorite RE games, but god, I don't remember so much of it at points, because I haven't played it in years. I need to actually honestly go back and play it. I've been, especially for the Kennedy, because I do plan on commentating for that. I probably need to play through it and watch stuff.
Alright, here we go.
What's happening? Do it. If
The
you
last
die, I'll
boss.
laugh. If you die, I'll laugh. I tell you how to save for this thing.
Also, that always works if you run straight to the door. You don't actually hold the game will push you back far enough.
Yeah.
I just do that to like panic.
I originally did that and stood to see if he would kill me, and I'm like, oh.
I didn't lose.
Yeah, because if you're too close, it'll just kill you. So it's still. Shift forward.
I'm just gonna wait.
You're at the end, boy.
Okay, bye bye. That is the end of G scenario.
Good job. I think the only really bad hiccup you had was G3's randomness.
G3 was cool.
I'll
Really?
say you didn't die, so it's okay. You did it. But good job, dude. Congratulations.
What was the? Oh, my bad. I should have skipped.
I actually really like the ending theme for this game. Not a lot of people do. I've noticed that, but it's good.
That is alright. But I'm happy I didn't die. That's all I didn't want. I died.
Chill saves with a scrub. Yeah, you didn't have to reset, thankfully. He is a scrub, that is correct.
Oh yeah, dude.
G3 threat is my favorite, dude. Hush.
They had me
But,
running. no
but
wins.
so it's a marathon. Something's gonna one thing gotta go wrong. You know this. It never goes smoothly.
Yeah. Anything to go well?
Indeed. But what's the next run we got going? Since you've completed.
Next, we have.
We got Secret. Yeah, Secret of Evermore.
Yeah.
With your boy
Nice.
Colin Bolt.
Yeah. Any more new donations?
Actually, no. But,
Aw.
we will see about the future.